testing the new stove?
No, I didn't get it yet. The inspector, or whatever you want to call it, has to come in and, you know, verify that the space you want to put it in is up to code before they'll come in and install it. So that was what that was. He was here 10 minutes.
That's usually all it takes. And $100 later or something.
No, it was on them. They sent their guy out, and he's like, yep, okay. I'm like, yeah, there's an existing stove, there's a stone wall, and a cement floor.
Yeah, that's usually good enough. I mean, when you think about where Steve had his stove.
Yeah, right next to the curtains.
We had our township elections today.
That's right. I voted for everybody with an R next to their name, which probably I shouldn't have done, but I didn't know anybody.
Well, I meant yesterday, but the one guy we wanted out, he's out. And the new guy is in. And he was a guy, he has commercial vehicles. The other guy voted no commercial vehicles, no big trucks. And we're like, well, that's how we make our money and pay our taxes, duh.
Oh, he made it then.
Yes, sir. Sachs is in.
And yeah, he was a couple of years behind me in school. I knew him good.
Yeah, they'd rather you spend even more money and park it somewhere else, right? Oh, wait a minute. I got a big enough property to keep my vehicle here. That's my livelihood. Now you're going wanting to take bread out of my mouth so I can put it somewhere else? Get the hell out of here.
That's all these yuppies that don't like eyesores, you know. Commercial vehicles, next thing you know, they'll be putting boats and campers and antennas.
I'm listening.
You not hearing 44 there, Pete?
Yeah, I hear him. He can go ahead. I'm trying to put one-to-one stove. I'm listening.
Oh, okay. No. What it was is one guy complained about his neighbor. All it was one guy. And this guy's trying to pass an ordinance against that guy's neighbor.
Well, that's not how democracy works.
Yeah.
Oh, he found out how democracy works, all right.
Too many stinking yuppies moving out here to the rural area and trying to change the way things are done.
The many outweigh the needs of the few.
He just done got democratized right out of office. I don't know what he was thinking, Dave. 44, I don't know what he was thinking.
I don't know. I don't know either. I'm glad to see that other guy made it.
That's kind of why I like local politics. It's not so much ideologically driven, and you can actually vote cross-party. I actually voted for a Democrat a couple of years ago because the other guy was a schmuck, and the Democrat guy was actually pretty friendly and you know, outgoing and talked real well, and it was just a much more personal guy. So I ended up voting for him just because I like the guy.
That's the way it should be. That's the way it should be. Not just straight party. Pick the best one you think's gonna do the best for the people.
I had much more in common with him than I did the other guy, so I voted for him.
Yeah, and Chris Christie made it in too. I bet you he'll be on the ticket next time around.
Well, there was never any doubt that he was going to win.
He does put his foot in his mouth once in a while like a regular guy, but he comes out and he says, hey, I just put my foot in my mouth.
That's what I like about the guy. You know, he's one of those shoot from the hip kind of guys, not one of these button down, dress down, you know, everything by the book kind of guys.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, on the political roundtable on Classic Radio Roundup.
Where we don't want to go too far.
That's right, don't tread there and don't tread on me.
That's right. We don't want to go too far down that road, because it always leads to the same thing.
Yeah, we can dabble in the local scene a little bit, but stay away from the national stuff.
That's right. Some of these school boards need to be reined in a little bit.
Our school board pretty much purged everybody and got all new people.
I'm still waiting for property tax relief that was promised when they shoved casino gambling down our throats.
Oh, that Proposition 25 or whatever that was, or...
Yeah, whatever happened to that? We got the casinos, where's the money going?
Hey, my kids need new computers in school. Keep paying that till they're out of school.
I've been paying school tax since 1990.
I've been paying school tax since 1983.
Well, then they should make it so you only pay the school tax when you got kids in school. That's how they should do it.
I'll even go farther than that. Once you reach 65 retirement age, you start collecting Social Security, you should be done paying school tax. Up until that point, I'm all for it. But good grief, man, it's, you know, it's taxing people right out of their houses.
Yeah, if you're on fixed income from retirement, they should waive all taxes.
I think it's time to get cut a break at that point.
Never happened.
Nah, probably never would, but it would be a good thing, you know. The seniors have enough trouble living on fixed income. The last thing they need is more taxes.
What about it?
But see, that's the thing, Pete. If you only made the people who had kids in school pay, then they would never have enough money. And those people would end up paying a heck of a lot more.
No, I know. That's not what I'm saying. That's what Sparky said. I'm going with pay till retirement.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Sparky said that. That, you know, I mean, that was always my thought too. You know, it's like, you know, pay to play kind of thing. But if you divide the cost among a smaller pool of people, then the amount ends up going way high. Although that is a totally socialistic concept, you know, spreading the pain evenly among everybody.
Yeah, one-room schoolhouses back. That's what I vote for.
Yeah, on a much more local level, because, you know, that's how it all started out. Everybody got an education, but we all paid for it. And that's a good concept and principle, but now it needs a little bit of revision. You know, once you're retired, you should be done. I mean, even if you have kids or you don't have kids, your property under your pay. But my biggest question is, I remember the whole time leading up to that casino gambling legislation, that the proceeds from that was going to go directly to property tax relief. I'm still waiting.
A long way, because they said they're not making a profit on it. They're putting too much out in administration.
Yeah, my ass.
Well, that's always the problem. Too much cost in administration. That's why governments are inefficient. They spend more money on overhead and administrative costs than what it's actually supposed to be spent for.
I went to a one-room schoolhouse.
They're all over the place, Dave.
And four. Yeah, third grade while I was in a one-room schoolhouse. First and second grade, it was a two-story building. First grade was downstairs, second grade was upstairs.
There's one of them schoolhouses like every quarter mile around here.
Well, I guess you needed it to cover all the population.
And a lot of them are converted into homes. You can tell when you see one, it's a house.
Yeah, there's one at the corner of Stump Hall Road and 363 there in Worcester.
Yeah, a lot of them still got the bell towers, and yeah, everybody was a walker then.
Well, sure, if you didn't walk, you didn't get there. Unless maybe you rode a horse.
Like they say, I walked to school uphill 2 miles and down uphill 2 miles to get back home.
Yeah, it was 2 miles uphill both ways in a snowstorm.
For feet, and I was glad.
Yeah, no boots on.
Oh, I had boots on, but inside my boots I had Bond bread bags around my socks.
That's so you can get your feet in and out of the boots easier.
Oh, because the boots weren't waterproof in them days. They keep my feet dry.
That's right.
We had these big felt things. I remember felt being packed in there.
That was my grandmother's trick, man. Before she sent us out, let us go out sledding, put the socks on, the Bond bread bag, then the boots.
Yeah, if you got any snow in your boots and it melted, then your feet would stay dry.
It worked. It worked.
Sure it did. Everybody did that.
Before they had Gore-Tex.
And galoshes.
Concrete galoshes.
Them Depression-era grandparents were the best for the tidbits.
Oh, yeah, you know it, because they knew how to make things work with nothing. You know, you want to talk about being innovative. You had nothing during the Depression.
You're absolutely right. They made things work with what they had on hand. If they didn't have it on hand, they did without.
Made something out of nothing.
And to them, that was normal.
My parents grew up during the Depression. My grandparents were there, and heck, they couldn't afford to buy a lot of groceries, so they had their own garden in the backyard.
What they call them, truck patches back then.
Yeah, because those are, row houses in the city, and then whatever backyard they had was all garden.
Well, that would certainly supplement your food diet. You know, you wouldn't have to buy all them fresh vegetables. Just pluck them right out of the garden. And then you did all that canning so it'd carry you through the winter.
My grandparents were always canning. They had freaking Bell Mason jars full of all kinds of stuff.
That's ball mason.
Yeah, Ball Mason. They had those. And all kinds of preserves. They had potatoes. My grandfather's garden was, well, when he retired and they moved to Jersey, he decided to make himself a much bigger garden. And he had everything. He used to love rhubarb, and oh man, he grew everything, grapes and tomatoes and lettuce and just about everything you can imagine.
Yeah, rhubarb pie's good.
I never had it, but not too many people like it, but my grandparents used to love rhubarb.
Strawberry rhubarb is good pie.
Yeah, there's hammer. It's sweet and sour at the same time.
Show you right.
Roger right on. Classic Radio Roundup, where any topic is liable to be talked about.
That rhubarb's so tangy, you gotta put like a bag of sugar in that pot.
From politics to rhubarb, and anything in between.
Never know which direction it'll go.
Rhubarb. Lots of sugar in it.
That's right, hammer those, man. That stuff's so tangy, you gotta offset it with the sugar, but it's good.
Sounds like lemonade.
Yeah, kinda. Somebody's tuning up off center or something.
Yeah, I heard somebody trying to get in a little off frequency. Outside my pass band.
Here we go. Oh, is you 44? 44, was that you tuned up?
Go the other way.
Good grief.
Yeah, he's got something out there in La La Land. He was getting closer and then he went farther.
Which way did I go now?
I don't know. Somebody was doubling with you. Try me again.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You're in my pass band.
Was that you 44? What are you dialing around?
Yeah, I'm dialing around the radio. It transmits on one frequency, listens on the other.
What radio is that?
Browning.
A Browning with no ping. Yeah, it's on one frequency.
Yeah, I transmit, it's on 14, I turn it back to 13 to receive.
Well, Browning would have separate receiver and transmitter, so you're I'm calling shenanigans on you.
Yeah, but it's a mobile.
Okay.
Yeah, it sounds like a whacked out mobile if he's got to transmit on 14 and turn back to 13 to listen.
Which mobile is it, Dave?
Yeah, the Saber.
Saber, huh?
Tag for the Saber.
Have you opened it up yet? This one had trimmer caps on the crystals right next to it. Little tiny white little tabs.
No, I didn't do nothing with it. My brother gave it to me to check it out for him to see if it worked. And when I tried it, that's how I found out it transmits on one frequency, receives on the other.
That's one heck of a drifted crystal.
I could work split. You use these old radios, you just work split.
Yeah, I can do that with the Browning.
Yeah, any of the two-piece radios. The Metrotech Pacers will do it.
Yeah, well, the reason I hooked this up because you guys were talking about Brownings. So I figured I'd hook this up just to try it out.
Yeah, it doesn't squeal.
Welcome to the Browning Club.
It's loud, 44.
Tag for it. Yeah, I got the realistic power mic hooked onto it.
Oh yeah, it's got one of them 5-pin DIMMs on the side or something?
No, it's regular 4-pin, Cobra 4-pin mic.
Yeah, that is a nice feature on these radios, like some of the SBEs. It is a Cobra configuration.
Yeah, that's helpful.
The Multi Elmac is a 1/4-inch phono plug.
Tag for the 1/4-inch phono plug. Other than that, with the receiver on this, how's the transmit sound? Does it sound okay?
Sounds good over here.
Good over here.
Therefore, I'm going to just have to figure out why it don't receive on 13 when I got it on 13.
Are all the channels off like that, or just this one?
I don't know. I didn't check. That's the one thing I got to do yet.
Is that a straight AM mobile, or is that sideband too?
No, it's just AM.
Yeah. That's 23 channel? a set of 4 for transmit and another set of 4 for receive. Or, well, there's a set of 4 for receive, and then there's an offset mixer of crystal for transmit and another one for receive. So one of those is off, obviously.
I didn't have the cover off of it.
It's a what?
He said it was 40 channel.
Oh, it's 40 channel.
Yeah, 40 channel.
Well, that means it's a PLL, so there could still be an offset crystal that's out of whack there. Or maybe the delta tune circuit went crazy.
And 4. I'm going back on the other one.
Yeah, I would imagine turning the channel selector back and forth between transmit and receive gets annoying after a while.
That's gonna get tedious.
I wanted to know if it was digital readout or I'm picturing it being a dial still.
Now, digital readout.
Yeah, most of the Browning 40 channels were all digital.
10-4.